What's up, Facebook and YouTube? Aaron Smith here. So we're about to go on another ride. It's gonna be a virtual ride. Y'all can watch it on YouTube. And so my setup hasn't changed, and we're just gonna go north of Gainesville on gravel roads. And when you watch this video on YouTube, I'm learning as I go, and what I've learned thus far is that if you want good resolution on this video, if you're watching it at home on your personal trainer, elliptical machine, treadmill, stationary bike, the best thing to do when you turn it on, when you turn on the TV and watch this video, is to click on the video, and then you'll see a little gearbox pop up in the right hand corner, upper corner of the video. You click on that, and then you can reset the resolution to a higher pixel level. It's playing the video at 480 pixels. You can bump that up to at least 720 pixels. Also, you can add a subscript in English, so you can read it if there's too much noise going on, or if for whatever reason you just want to read the text as I speak. You know, that YouTube just automatically puts it into text, so you can add a subscript. You can also speed up or slow down the video depending on how fast you're going or how fast you want to feel like you're going. I was watching the video this morning from a previous upload, and I watched it at 2 times the normal speed, standard speed, and that was quite entertaining. I liked it, so it made it go twice as fast. So anyway, here we go. I'm gonna put on the helmet and we're gonna go, and I'm not gonna edit this video unless something that's just totally inappropriate that YouTube would take down happens. I'm not gonna edit the video at all. Y'all are gonna get a totally uncut version. So here we go. Let's enjoy this ride. It's a real windy day for me, so that's gonna mean it's gonna be harder, but that's good. It makes a good workout for us. Y'all can simulate that difficulty of going against the wind on your adjustments on your machines that you're riding on indoors. Just turn up the resistance when we're going against the wind. It's not going real fast right now, as you can tell from that flag, but it is a blustery day. We're getting some big wind gusts. Be careful crossing here. All right, see, we got a truck. Can't just go shooting out into this intersection. I'm particularly careful at that intersection because when I was a kid, I saw somebody get killed. I saw a guy on a motorcycle get killed at that intersection. I watched that car. Well, I didn't watch it hit him, but I was there before the ambulance got there, and he was just in bad shape. He didn't make it, so I know that's a dangerous intersection. Still to this day. Sounds like we've got a train coming, so it may block us when we try to get out to those gravel roads. If we don't beat it to the railroad, to that crossing, then we'll have to wait for it. I don't know though, yeah, it's going the other way, so we're not gonna have to worry about that particular train. We may get caught up by another train. We don't have to worry about that one. I can see it right over there. I can see that it's going the other way. All right, now we got to be careful for traffic here. We're not out in the country yet. All right, I'm gonna cross over. All right, we got a bit of a tailwind right now. This is great. Y'all just kind of warm up on your machines. Just kind of warm up right here because we're going to end up riding, I think, 16 miles. Got a car right here. All right. My bicycle's sounding good. I adjusted the derailleur after the last ride. I did that because it was starting to jump and the chain was jumping. Wasn't shifting very smoothly. So I think it's shifting pretty smoothly now. We're gonna find out through the course of this ride, but so far, it's feeling really smooth. The gear shifting is feeling really smooth. The bike is sounding really quiet. That's what I like. I like a bicycle that's dead silent. I don't want it to squeak or rub or make any noises. Any noise this bike makes, I want to understand why it's making that noise and make that sound stop. Because if it's not an important issue, then it could create enough sound that could drown out the sound of an important issue in the future. So I try to make sure that if my bike is making any noise at all, that I figure out what that noise is and I silence it. And that makes for good video quality on the road. And it makes for a good, nice, secure feeling for me. Plus, I like to just be quiet and enjoy not having a modern combustion engine. Human body is my engine, and it is dead silent too. Loudest thing about my body is my heartbeat, and y'all aren't gonna hear that on video. All right, so we are approaching the gravel. Riding by the sale barn. I'll probably upload lots of videos of this route just because it's the simplest, shortest route close to my house that I do when I don't have time for a big, long, exciting ride. But something's a little different every time on this route. Conditions are always different. And I've always got to videotape it because this is the route I was on when the guy tried to kill me in his motor vehicle. And the sheriff deputy, you know, they just said that since I didn't have any proof on video of what he did, that it was a he said, she said case. So they suggested that I get a GoPro and start videotaping all my rides. And that's what I decided to do. But, you know, I've realized that I can upload this video and other people like watching it. And I may want to do this ride on a cloudy or a rainy, cold day in the winter. And then I can look at this footage and hop on a stationary bike indoors in front of the TV and I can watch this same ride and simulate it. So it's a good deal all around. It's just a good idea, videotaping it all. I'm sure there can be some drawbacks, but I'll worry about those when I cross that road. Got Noah's Ark Animal Shelter over here. Looks like we got somebody carrying a big bag. They're putting it in that white Suburban, whatever was in that bag. One of my dogs, I have 2 dogs, and one of them came from Noah's Ark Animal Shelter. Both of my dogs are rescued dogs. My little dog Luna, she was adopted out twice and brought back, and then I adopted her, so she's definitely a rescue dog. And then my big dog Bella, my German Shepherd, she was given to me because her owners got foreclosed on and they had to move out of their home and into an apartment. They couldn't take her with them, so they signed her over to me. I've got the documentation, the documented proof on paper and signatures that she's my dog now. They ultimately regretted that decision and wanted her back because their circumstances supposedly changed, but I didn't think they did a very good job of taking good care of her to begin with, and so I decided to keep her and use that documentation and proof to show them, look, you signed it over to me. It's my dog now. Kids are already attached to it. Family loves her. We've trained her, we've fed her, we've put her on all her vaccinations, heartworm, all that stuff. So she's ours, and we decided to keep it that way. But yeah, she's a German Shepherd, and she's turned out to be a pretty good dog. The little one, Luna, she's an okay dog. I mean, she's good with people, but she's not very good with other dogs. And for that reason, if somebody wants her, I would sell her for $50 if somebody wants Luna, my little dog. Just because I would like to replace her with a dog that gets along better with other dogs at the dog park. When I take her there, she'll pick fights with the other dogs, so it makes it hard for me to go to the dog park and bring her. But she's so small that she's not very threatening looking, but she will pick a fight with a bigger dog and just start trouble that I don't need. But yeah, if somebody really wanted her, I would sell her for $50. $50 for Luna. Luna, my little lunatic dog. She's a little mixed breed dog. Good with humans. Very affectionate dog. We're making good time, y'all. We're gonna pay for it on the way back when it's a headwind that we're going into. All right, we're gonna have to look both ways here before we cross. I don't see any cars coming yet. Looks clear from to the left. We got this one car on the right. All right, that's it. We're gonna cross. All right, we've made it to the top of this little hill. No problem. All right, this gravel was really rough the last time I was out here, but hopefully recent rains have packed it down a little bit. Recent rains followed by recent traffic. So we'll see further down here where it was really, really rough. Yep, it's looking good. It's feeling good, feeling smooth. Relatively smooth. Uh-oh, we got a big truck coming. Hopefully it turns off at this concrete factory. No, it doesn't look like it's going to. Hopefully at least slows down. It's kicking up the dust. We'll wave at him. Wave back. Friendly guy. Good strong wave. He lifted his whole hand and waved at me like he meant it. It wasn't just like lifting one finger off of the steering wheel. But you know, that was a reflection of how I waved at him. I stuck my hand out here where y'all could see it, so he knew I was really waving at him. Usually I just lift one finger, little pinky finger, to wave when people are driving by, and y'all don't see that. Ranch over here on the left, formerly known as the Stark Ranch. These rocks are loose. Clearly they've just been graded or dropped right here. For some reason the politicians have made the decision to drop a lot of rocks on this particular road. It's getting special treatment for some reason, and it's gotten way more than its fair share of road maintenance, shall we say. But they've dropped a lot of rocks, spent a lot of tax dollars on gasoline and gravel building up this road, and I'm not really sure why, but I do notice it because I'm out here on it so often. About at the top of the hill. Crosswinds are tricky because you can go fairly fast because you don't really have a headwind, but then those gusts that are crosswind gusts, they can destabilize your ride, cause you to fall over. And that's why the Hotter Than Hell 100 rides around Wichita Falls area. That's really what causes the most crashes for participants. It's the biggest bicycle race in the world that happens every year. And participants on years when you have a lot of wind, crosswind particularly, those are the years when they have the most injuries, because those crosswinds knock people into each other and then they crash, or sometimes they just blow people over while they're going full speed. So crosswinds are nothing to take lightly. I'd actually sometimes, you know, if speed isn't an issue, you're probably safer going into a headwind than going through a crosswind. Because the headwind will slow you down for sure, but it's not going to push you sideways unexpectedly. All right, so now we are headed north. We're on the loop. This loop was our destination. About 7-mile loop, or maybe it's a 10-mile loop, I don't know, but we're gonna go around it. And we've got newly graded rocks. They just graded this road, so we're not gonna be able to just cruise as fast as we'd like to, but we should be fine. It's not torn up too badly. So I'm gonna get over here on the other side, because I got a truck coming up and nobody's behind me. We got to watch how these vehicles drive. He's going fast, so he's not really paying just a whole lot of attention to what he's doing. Now he's slowing down, so. But out on these roads, you may have somebody that's on drugs, weaving around, texting. You just really got to watch these people, because they're out here on these gravel roads for a reason. It may be because they know that the current sheriff's deputy is not going to be out here patrolling, because they don't do that, so they've made that public, and then it creates like a safe haven for the drug addicts. And then, you know, if they live here, that's one thing, but a lot of people that ride these roads are just up to no good and don't live here. got good lighting today for this ride. Should make the footage pretty good. As opposed to being out on an overcast day, we got very light clouds way up there in the sky. Cumulonimbus clouds are much higher clouds than the typical clouds. Mainly nimbus clouds. The highest clouds of all. Very sparse. Loose gravel on this curve. It's gonna be loose on this hill. We gotta make it up this hill, so let's be careful. We got crosswinds, we got loose gravel, and we've got a steep hill. So we gotta be careful. In addition to that, it's washboarded out pretty well. We gotta get up this hill. I'm gonna use my trekking pole here. Hope nobody comes flying over the hill at 100 miles an hour. Oh. It's not too bad right here. It's pretty hard packed. It doesn't get loose till right here. So we made it, essentially. Man, the rocks are loose. Ugh. It's okay, they're not too big. Not too chunky. Big, chunky rocks. Kind of depends on where you ride in the road. You know, pick a chunky area or an area that's not so chunky. All right, we made it up this hill. Now we're about to turn into that headwind. So I just forgot to turn on my geo-tracking Strava. Just now turned it on. we're going against the wind and up the hill. So turn up the resistance on your trainer, on your machines. Let's simulate this climb into the wind. doesn't see me yet. He will. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you doing?
All right, thanks.
Good. Yeah, that dog never saw me. He was too busy barking at some other dogs in that backyard, but he was outside. He could have come running after me. She's done in the past, but glad he didn't. Well, my gear shifting on my rear derailleur, how's it going? My gear shifting on the rear derailleur is not going as well as I wanted it to. It's still, the chain's still jumping a little bit. So I think I'm just gonna have to wash my bike. When all else fails, just clean it, give it a bath. That might make it shift more smoothly. So I already tried to adjust it. Didn't seem to do the trick. How's it going? She's training her horses. She's got a little round pen back there. I gotta watch out for this car behind me. Rocks are real loose. So I gotta let them know I'm on this side of the road. I gotta get around this curb. And then I'll let him go around me. Let her get around me. It's a woman with gray hair. Got a truck coming up behind us. We go slow, let him pass. Man, the riding's rough now. Churned up gravel. Just in the middle of the road, there wasn't a line. There's not really a line to ride, meaning a narrow strip of road, kind of like this, with just without a bunch of big chunks of gravel. Didn't have that back there. It was just thick chunks all the way across, loose. The wind all the way home. thought those cars, the people had dogs up in the cab. Maybe they had just adopted them from this animal shelter. So they were pulling out of the parking lot. at these flags, you can see we've been fighting a wind for quite a long time. That wind has provided us with quite a bit of resistance as we've made our way back to Gainesville. Some people, you know, complain about the sound of the wind on my videos, say, hey, I don't like the sound of the wind. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. At least those individuals aren't having to fight it like I am. I'm complaining about the wind itself, not the sound of the wind. But the sound is good to let y'all know that yes, there is a wind. Turn up the resistance on your machine to simulate that if you're riding this ride virtually. Because the wind provides a great workout when you're fighting against it. And since the only way I can really simulate that is with the sound that the wind is actually making on this camera, it's up to y'all to turn on your resistance to simulate that, to get a good workout in. How are you doing? Good, thank you. Oh, they got puppies. Little puppies. There's that guy back there, he called me boss. Nice guy. I don't like anybody calling me boss though. That's like saluting a general. I don't want to get branded as a general, just like Lieutenant Dan didn't want that when he was in Vietnam. He didn't want Forrest Gump and Bubba saluting him because there were Viet Cons all over the place who'd love to wax a general. I'm kind of the same way. In my community, I'd rather just lay low, let people think I'm not important. Just enjoy my ride. That's why I'm out here, to ride my bicycle. Not get involved in any other issues. right, we've made it. Thanks for watching, y'all. Again, this is just one of my regular daily rides, and I decided to upload it so that y'all could have a virtual ride, because it's a pretty day. The sunshine, at least, creates good lighting for a virtual video, and that way y'all can watch it on YouTube on a rainy day, indoors, enjoy the scenery. I didn't talk a whole lot just because I wanted y'all to enjoy the scenery. But to get the highest resolution, just, you know, when the video is playing on YouTube, click on the video and then hit the little gear button in the top right hand corner of the video screen. And I would add on subscripts in English. Get the highest pixel resolution you can. And I'm trying to think of anything else you can do with that. But yeah, just make the video the highest quality that you can make it. And watch it. You might even, if you know, this ride took an hour and a half. If you want to do it half the time and watch the scenery twice as fast, then you can speed up the video to 2 times the normal speed, or 1.5 times the normal speed. Or if you want to drag it out, if you're walking, you can do it to half its normal speed, or 0.25% of its normal speed. Whatever you want to do, you've got a lot of tools in your own hand to optimize the quality of this video for your exercise experience. All right, thanks for watching, y'all. Bye-bye.